Didn't pay attention. Hey, everybody. Sorry we're a bit late, and we're sitting here just kind of yakking and trying to help Rich make his way into the room, and he was having trouble. Now, the thing we've got to figure out if he actually does get his audio coming back in, do we pretend like he hasn't, or do we do we let him off the hook and let him in? So, oh no, he's gone. All right, so welcome in the chat. Brahm is here. Good to see you. Meredith is here. Oh, it's very spoopy and very scary spoopy. And I believe it did. Meredith, did you say it was your birthday? You were getting birthday beverages and cake today, I believe. Dark chocolate ganache. That sounds good. And Jay, welcome to the room. And we sent out invites, and we are waiting for some folks maybe to come back in. Today we've done a lot of chatting, and there's been a lot of conventioning over the weekend, so a lot of folks are a little burned out. And if you're like me, you need to be sorting and not talking on the internet. So, but Mr. Sandlin, how are you this evening?
I am okie dokie.
Okie dokie, that's good. All right. Oh, let's see if Rich can. Rich, let's see if we can hear us. Can you hear us?
I can hear you, but can you hear me?
What? No, yes, we can hear you.
I don't know what the heck happened. It disconnected itself from the browser. It said my mic, which sounded really odd, but okay.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, happy birthday, Meredith. She is not with us. She is getting beverages and cake, as we said. And Nathan, good to see you here. Nathan, you got an invite. Hop on in, man. We'd love to have you in just to chat. It's Messy Monday. I'm sorting Lego today, and so that's what's going on. All right, Rich, let's see around the room what's going on. It looks painfully empty.
Painfully empty. Totally empty. That's everything off the wall.
So is this the small parts room? Is it
the small parts room? I've got this, and this is the closet under the stairs. So if you go in the closet, there's stairs that lead up, and there's stuff jammed in here. Jammed.
So
jammed.
Have you come to any realization that maybe I should thin this out as I'm moving, or?
You're a funny man.
That's an evil.
Did you want me to ship it to you? Is that the thing?
No.
Yes,
not right now.
Not right now. Later. No. The intent is to buy less living space and more Lego space. It's like a change of the scales kind of thing.
Well, Brahm is asking in the chat, will you do Lego colors on the next Lego room you get?
Yes, that will happen.
Oh, and he's gone. Oh, there he is.
Be in the chat.
All right. Hey, Brick Bunnies TV, it's good to see you here. Getting ready for work. I am done with work for the day. All right. So, Mr. Sandlin, what are you up to this evening?
I don't know. I'm trying to decide what to sort next because I got all kinds of I got stuff all under my table here, that bags of parts like this. This is just a bag of parts. It's just chunks of extremely old, things and stuff. I guess this is probably as good a place to start as any because I have a couple of big bins underneath my table here full of just junk that needs to be sorted. So
there's Mr. Proudlove. How you doing, man?
I'm okay. How are you? How are y'all?
Hey, you use y'all. That's really good, man. I appreciate it.
So here's a funny thing about I got an echo like crazy going on.
We hear you fine.
I can hear you fine.
Okay. I don't know what's happening. Give me a second, guys.
All right. Maybe they're taxing you at the border and you need to fix that. Well, while he's fixing that, welcome, Dana. We didn't think you'd come in on a Monday, but it's good to see you on a Monday.
Well, after the big Lego weekend, I couldn't pass up coming in here to chit chat with you, especially because I had a huge Lego weekend with no Chris or Mark. So that was just horrible feeling.
We ditched you, man. We're sorry. You know.
I feel like I ditched you, if anything.
Well, we didn't come to where you were. You sent Lego to us, but that was okay.
Well, that's true. That's true. I am providing. I'm fulfilling my St. Nicholas type mentality with Lego. Because I liken that being a Lego ambassador is a lot like being Santa Claus in a lot of ways, because you get to hand out toys to kids of all ages and watch them get excited and happy. So that's always fun. I like doing that.
But you're unlike Santa Claus in that you keep the Christmas gift you get.
Well, doesn't Santa Claus deserve a Christmas gift too?
Oh, sure he does. Sure he does.
Yeah, of course he does. Of course he does.
Let's see. Here comes Nathan. How's that, Nathan? You better?
I think so. I had a YouTube tab open in the background with your show on. I was like, what is happening?
Oh, well, good. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Good deal.
Rookie mistake.
Wait a minute, Dana, let's get back to you for a second.
I was gonna say, if you're talking about Santa Claus and you look at Santa Claus is coming to town, they seem to get quite portly and jolly in the middle of the wilderness with only reindeer. So I think you know what's happening there.
Are you saying reindeer is fattening? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that there's some reindeer missing.
Rich,
Can I ask, is that spackle or ice cream you got right there?
or
That
Cool
is
Whip.
spackle.
He's-
Did you not see all the holes in my wall that I have to make pretty?
It's either that or Cool Whip.
Ooh,
I have to
cool
make
whip.
all those holes pretty so that when we paint it white, everybody will be happy and think that
Well,
we have a nice downstairs bedroom.
The funny thing, you could probably actually do that with Cool Whip, and it would set hard, and you could paint over. It would probably do about the same.
That's an unsettling.
When it
thought.
starts to rot and stink, I think that would be a problem.
I don't think there's actually any dairy in Cool Whip.
No, but there's oil.
Let's stop this. I don't want to know. I don't want
I
to
know.
know.
I love Cool Whip.
There is a little bit of dairy in Cool Whip. My wife can't eat it. But it's like dairy byproduct of some sort. It's
Whey. There's a lot of whey in it.
Secret sauce. And I
whey,
don't wanna know
exactly. Yeah.
The
No.
more I know about it, the less I'll eat it.
So the funny thing is, this weekend I actually spent more Lego time talking to that guy over the internet than I did talking to either of you that I'm local with. Because we were both on the Bricks and Beer Discord doing the unofficial, not BrickCon, Bricks and Beer Con, I guess.
Which
Yeah, it was
I'm
super
really sad I
fun.
missed out on. I really am.
Yeah, I stayed up way too late
Oh,
both
man.
Friday night and Saturday night talking to the Left Coast guys, and it was good times.
Yeah, it was cool.
Well, I hated I missed that, and I tried to tune in while we were driving, but my internet was terrible. Coming through, middle of nowhere in Georgia interstates. So, but were y'all like expatriates? Is that what y'all were for BrickCon, or we're not paying that stupid money? We'll talk on our own for free. Is that what was the deal was?
Well, I paid to go attend the sessions and stuff like that. I actually streamed my screen to the Bricks and Beer Discord for a bit. I snuck them in for free.
Oh.
It didn't work all the time, but it was kind of fun. Yeah, it was BrickCon was interesting. A lot of this same issues, a lot of new issues with technology. So
Was it just kind of the same deal? There were like a bunch of different Zoom rooms with a host, and you were talking about their stuff, and they were doing a tutorial or something like that.
yeah, there was a lot of like people who volunteered to lead sessions describing the way they sort and different sorting methods, and then there was a couple like people from Billund, part designers and set designers, talking about their method and their process, and then Robin Sather, the LCP, talked about what he does for a living and stuff, and Steve Jackson of Steve Jackson Games was there, and he did he did a session on collaborating with long distance for large builds, and it was pretty cool.
Cool. Hey, Brett's Bills. That sounds really cool. I mean, I can see those being, enough to pique my interest to hang around, especially the part designer guys. I bet you that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I missed that one because I had something up in the afternoon, but I actually had it on my schedule. I just couldn't go. We had lots of opportunity to ask questions and stuff, which was really neat. It was very interactive. It felt actually like you got more opportunity to ask questions than you would in person because there's less, heckling, I guess. not heckling,
Well, you can mute
noise.
Yeah, you can.
Like a whole row of space guys kind of laughing and drawing inappropriate things on 3DS things and
all the bricks and beer guys would have been like making noise in the back row or whatever at these presentations.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I forgot about the 3DS sketching. I wasn't a part of that. I didn't have one, but
the legendary Picto chats where we draw inappropriate things on those and send them back and forth during somebody's keynote, and you usually end up with people who take it very seriously, like turning around and going shh.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like, this is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
I remember a certain one of the Kevins shushed me at Brickfest 2005, I think it was. I had my 17th synth infiltrator. I mean, I had a bunch because they were good part specs, but I won one, and I was kind of like, well, we were kind of making fun of it or talking, and all of a sudden, and he turned around and he shushed me, and I'm like, what are you doing? Anyway, it was all I could.
Yeah, it's like we're not in a classroom, you guys. This is
right.
Fun.
But now here's the question: was there a German magician with badly recorded music doing magic tricks at BrickCon?
Not that I know of.
Because that is what rounds out a convention to make it perfect. I'm gonna. This guy would come every year.
Considered to be the ultimate, adult convention, and even we don't have a bad German juggler.
No. I mean, 2002, I think every year of Brick Fest, the old one, and he was a nice guy, but he would always get Christina to let him do a magic show or an illusion or a mind trick thing, and he was thickly accented, and me being from the South, I couldn't unscramble any of his eggs while he was talking, right? And so and then it went on, and you could see Christina would be very uncomfortable, kind of nudge him off, and there were guffaws, and Rich knows what I'm talking about. He was there. And the last one, we were all just laid in our chairs taking selfies of our just staring up at the ceiling, or there's a picture of Brom bent over his chair because it was like 30 minutes of this, and it was you feel so uncomfortable for him because it's never working. It never worked. Whatever trick he did,
oh no,
never worked. And one year he had music on a badly recorded music on a boombox going along with the trick, and it was terrible. But I would do it in a heartbeat just to hang out with my friends to endure that for sure.
Yeah,
awesome.
Rick Bunnies has the Jean-Marc Detraz, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. He wore the Lego PJs. That is right. And I mean, no disrespect, he was a super nice guy, but I'm not sure what was planned. But I think Penn and Teller could have figured that one out. You know what I'm saying?
Can't fool them.
But those were good days. So you had no magicians?
No magicians. I discovered this part combination like at 2 a.m. on Friday night. Check this out. I showed.
Let's see. Ooh, is that the dome?
That's the dome in the old like octagon.
Lego math does it again.
Yeah. Check that out.
It's
cool,
super huge shield generators for.
Yeah, exactly.
Does it snap on pretty good, or is it?
Yeah,
just
yeah.
kind of
It slides in there like really, really snug. Like it maybe was meant to be there. It's crazy.
Nova Scotia? Okay. I mean, I'm Southern. I don't know accents. Anyway, except for Southern and slightly Southern. That's the only two accents I really understand. That's cool. That's super cool. Yeah, all right. So I mean, you just kind of came up with that. You're like, hey, that's cool. Or were they in the? Have you ever discovered that they're in the bin together? You're like, hey, that fits.
Well, yeah, I opened up my bin of like giant weird slope parts here, and I had this half planet sitting on my table, and I just looked at this thing and I saw the 4 tabs. I'm like, those look pretty familiar. So I wonder. That was all. I don't know if I'll ever do anything with it. I was actually thinking it'd be kind of a fun, like, a wheel for who knows?
Like a hub for the wheel.
I don't know. It's kind of a neat combination, but
Could you make it into like a micro scale ship? Like that's the heat shield out in front, the balut shield or whatever. That might be cool.
yeah.
I only know that because I watched 2010.
But I mean, we could like, they have connections on the inside. You don't need this to connect it, thankfully.
I think it looks more like a deuterium tank.
Deuterium.
Is that a Star Warsy thing?
Sounds Star Warsy.
It's very Star Warsy.
That's a Lost in Space thing.
There we go. Okay.
Oh. All right. Hey, Nathan.
I'm pulling it way back.
Hey, Nathan. Can we see your Blacktron ship? I don't think we saw it finish. Do you have it?
I'll go grab it.
That'd be awesome. And while he's grabbing that, I need Dana. I need you to explain what Mtron threw up on your table behind you.
So, what you see back here is, as you can probably see as I lean back, can you see what's all the way in the back here?
Yes, the monster tires. Yes.
Monster tires. So the table is all the way covered all the way over to here if I scan my camera with 9 minifigures. So it is the entire Mtron line, which I went and grabbed another one of the little flyers that didn't come with a bulk buy that I got, thanks to Chris. So everything was supposedly just recently built, but everything had dust on it that felt like it was a decade old. So I decided to go ahead and take everything apart, put them in their own separate bags, or garment bags, throw them in the washing machine on gentle intermittent, and wash the shield and everything by hand, so there wouldn't get any scratches on it and then stuff like it. So it's drying, and then I will probably go ahead and verify. I'm not sure if I'm going to verify the pieces are all there or just build each one again, hoping and assuming that all the parts are there, because it seemed like some of the stuff wasn't put together quite right. Like the Megatron, the Megacore, the middle wheels didn't rotate, so they were they were too close to the front wheels, so something was weird. Yeah. And it also felt like a couple of the other ships didn't seem like certain things were in the right place. So I'm assuming all the pieces are there, but worst case scenario, I'd go ahead and pull out of my inventory, and I probably got a few things here and there.
I challenge you, Dana,
okay,
to build a updated Megacore magnetizer like I did. And at some event, we will battle each other for supremacy of magnetics.
I have always wanted to do some sort of Megacore magnetizer recolor or clone or updated. I think I've been a little intimidated because ever since I saw Chris do his Nexonite run, I felt, why bother? I mean, that was the pinnacle of coolness for me at that point in time. So, but now that it's Rich's, I feel like maybe I do need to try and step up my game and play a little bit.
Somebody built a fantastic Ice Planet version of it a while back.
Like
brick built wheels and everything. It was
all embiggened.
And didn't even have it on a base, or like a base plate where he had put where the tire treads made
their tire tracks in the snow.
Yeah.
Matching the tire the tread pattern.
Yeah, which was fantastic as well.
That was really cool.
Yeah, and that's the cool part. When I get to the point where the thing is finished, and then my brain goes, "Hey, you could build terrain or something cool, I'm like, no, I want to show everybody, and I'm
Yeah, I
done. You know what I'm saying? So- all right, let's see this thing, man.
Ooh.
I dropped it. I dropped an engine. You'll just have to like imagine that it's there. Here, let me turn it over. There's not really. Here we'll look at it this way.
I think that's the one we were talking about, Brom. I believe.
It is.
Yes, when you have to hug your mock, you have truly made a ship. So
Yeah. I lost an engine from this side here.
oh no, okay.
But so I didn't actually end up finishing the bottom completely, but it sits on its tail, so
No one can see it anyway.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
pleased. I'm pretty pleased with the way the engines came out. They're like
They're
quite
very cool.
nice. Yeah, and then you got the little space whoop that way mirrored space hatch, and then
Yeah,
weird.
those are cool. Do they open? They actually open?
no,
I was gonna ask the same question.
it doesn't. It does not open.
Okay.
Trying to like.
All right, so we're feeling sad, but it's still
I
cool.
know. There's actually no interior at the moment because again, it was like built in. I built it in a week, so I was just throw something together as quickly as I can. So
Nice.
there's antenna array and rail gun or something.
Awesome.
There's
Nice.
there's actually no canopy or cockpit on it at all because I just figured it. I don't know. I was experimenting with a different kind of design profile, I guess. Yeah, it's fun. I like it.
It's super sweet. I would love to see how the framing works because I don't think that way. I think brick straight up more than I do framing and technic framing and stuff like that. So that's pretty amazing.
Well, so this one, because I only had 2 weeks, I went with what I knew, and what I've ended up building with a lot of my ships is I just build like it's a building, right? Like I just build straight up and down like this.
Oh, okay.
And I just stack bricks and make sure that it's really like braced really well so that I can tip it over. And that's how I build most of my ships is studs forward.
Oh, okay. So is there inside, like between the left and the right side or anything, is there bracing across there or?
There is, yeah. There's a core. I don't know how much of it I can show you here. You can see a little bit of it here.
Okay.
There's a core double. I think it's actually 4. Yeah, I got 4 Technic beams there, all the way through the center, and then these guys go from the top to the bottom of the ship. Every 10 or 11 bricks, there's another bracing section that goes the height of the ship.
Sweet.
So,
Cool.
yeah, it was fun. It was fun to do it fast, and with the collection, I knew I wouldn't have to order anything, and
Which is key.
Yeah.
to do it fast for sure.
That's pretty amazing. Your builds are always amazing. I have the rocket that you made long ago.
Yes.
Did you say Tyler helped you do the instructions for that?
He did. Yeah. He
Yeah,
put them
it's sitting
together.
it's sitting top center of my my shelves right there behind me. So
Nice.
because it's one of my favorite builds ever because it's mind blowing how simple and yet amazing. Using those propellers were like duh. And
Yeah, I had a lot of fun engineering the core of that thing and putting all those pieces together. So
yeah, I'm glad you had the fun and aggravation, and I got to just copy it. That was great. Thank you.
of course.
So, what's up next for you, Nathan, to build?
I don't know. During one of the Bricks and Beer chats, we were talking about a Netflix show that Jeff is working on called it's the Netflix kids, kind of older kids show. What was it called, Mark?
It's called Buddy Thunderstruck.
Buddy Thunderstruck.
It's really funny.
It's quite entertaining, and it's Dukes of Hazzard, but with like needle felted animals. Yeah.
Hang on, I'm looking this up. Wait a minute.
And it's like it's
really
Seth
fun.
Green. It's kind of in the style of
Robot chicken.
Robot Chicken, but it's like for older kids. And there's a lot of really cool vehicles, like lots of neat trucks and stuff in it. And so I'm actually thinking I might build Buddy Thunderstruck's truck out of Lego.
He's got like a truck with it's like a semi truck with a jet engine on the back of it or something, and he
so
races it.
Amazing, I love it.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
race rig with slicks and a jet engine. It's so good. Green lightning bolts on the side, and
The hard driving trucking adventures of a dog driver and his ferret mechanic sidekick. How could that not be good?
I know, right?
Very funny. Yeah, this is something that I had no idea that Jeff worked on it, but this is something Paul watched on Netflix like some time ago. Whenever it came out, he watched it, and the show is kind of fun because it has like a choose your own adventure thing that you control with your remote as you watch the show. So you can choose what they're going to do, and it'll change the scene to like. So it's kind of interactive. It's fun.
That's cool.
Is that just the one episode, or do they do that with more?
I can't remember because
yeah, I know they did that with one of them, and it was fun. They're talking about their stupid ideas.
Link to the rocket. Are you talking about, Brom? Are you talking about the one that's on my shelf or the one that he just built? Clarify that in there. In Productions, welcome to the chat.
I mean, it's on my photo stream and Flickr.
We'll see you, Brick Bunnies. Good to have you here.
He's asking for the shelf one.
The shelf one. Oh goodness!
Do I actually have the instructions? I must.
You must.
Somewhere.
Gosh, I think it's probably 10 years old, right?
Yeah, it is.
You're getting some echo. Do you have a YouTube open?
Do I?
Does someone?
No.
Since I lost Pro on Flickr, I kind of culled a whole bunch of stuff. So I may have taken the instructions down.
When Flickr and Smallend are storage.
Yeah, I found it. I found the.
But does his truck have NOS to it? I mean, does he?
Probably.
It's got a rocket engine. It's even better than NOS.
Right?
Yeah, I was going to say it's got full, pure grade rocket fuel.
Well, it's Buddy Thunderstruck, so it probably has all of that.
Yeah.
Yes. Does he have dual fire X lasers?
Probably.
So, Chris, I know I was a little late to come in.
Even Dana does it.
What's that?
Mark, right? You're the same
Did I
person.
just do that? Did I?
Yeah. We're the same person.
We are two individuals. We are not brothers, which we got accused of the other day.
Well,
We're not even kin.
It's very common that whatever I want to show one of you, I want to show both of you. So
we are molded from the same ABS.
yes. Molded part for sure.
Well, actually, I need to find that picture. There was a guy at Brickfest 06 who looked like a transporter accident between the two of us.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Kind of like the spider or the fly coming out of the third pod kind of thing.
Oh, I got to find it now. Is that on Brick Shelf? I'm pretty sure.
So I got to ask a question. Did you talk about the new, well, not new to anybody really, but new to us excitement for this week?
I don't know what excitement that is.
Well, I can see it in the background on your screen, but I was leaving my little display down here. Oh,
you're speaking of.
I'm talking about these, baby.
Orange
spacemen.
Oh, there I come. There we go.
It has been the excitement, my excitement for the last day, I guess you would say.
I'm not complaining, but I'm short a helmet.
Well, you know what's funny is that I got shorted a torso and an air tank, so I got a helmet for you.
Okay, well, actually, I'm shorted 2 legs, a helmet, and a head. But
well, I think I have a leg. Well, yeah. So I got minus the torso and an air tank.
So this is Lieutenant Dan.
I've got legs for you.
Lieutenant
Who
Dan.
started this stuff?
Well, it's not so much that who ordered this stuff, and it's not even so much of who counted this stuff. It's that Lego tells you that you are going to have a variance of plus or minus 5%. Which actually, we had a lot more overages than we did under, but really don't care so much about the overage because you really want to get the number you ordered. So most people are concerned about that they missed stuff.
Yeah, this is the part of the show where
this is that part. Yeah, it's only interest, but still, if Nick was here, he would show, 4/5 of an orange spaceman, because I believe I saw him with a message that said that he got shorted all of his torsos.
Oh yeah, I saw somebody who did that. Yeah, somebody did.
The one part that you don't want to get shorted,
right?
You get shorted on the torsos.
So I made this guy yesterday, kind of a classic space robot. I need some professional lighting, but I put the orange dude in. But just a little.
I think everything for the rest of the year has to be orange spaceman. So that's just my thing.
Come on, like some of us aren't even. Well, I need a lug to adopt me so I can get.
It's the digital age. Everybody's online. You can join a lug somewhere, anywhere, halfway across the planet. As long as they love you, they'll bring you in.
Yeah, or you can create a virtual.
Join Wamagog.
Exactly.
Come join Wamagog.
Yeah.
Come join us. We have fun.
Join me.
I found
Together
out
we could.
that David. I'm gonna say his.
Merge with me. Let the plastic bind.
Let me see if I can say his name correctly. How did David say his last name? Cowdice.
Cowdice, but I still think
Cowdice.
Cooties because Cooties is funny.
Yeah, because Cooties.
Cow dice is funny too.
Yeah, it is. Look at it. And I get to butcher names because everyone butchers my last name, so I have no shame whatsoever for butchering names.
What? It's just brewing.
Yeah, well, that's why I use Troubles Brewing, because for someone to say Dana Knutson, and when they see it spelled.
Oh man, like I grew up in a Dutch town, so Knutson.
Oh, so you say it correctly. So
of course. I had my classmates were all like Van den Ackerbooms and like.
Oh yeah, you would fit right in fine, just fine. But people always love it because I pronounce the K in the front, and so it's always nice to know you, and we eat with a knife and fork or something like that. But so anyway, David had chimed in on the message to me that he had some parts that I was missing for my Space Police 1 sets, and so he was great. He's gracious enough going to send me some. So then I heard him crying because he wasn't in the lug and wasn't getting the orange spaceman. So I think that's going to work out for both of us. So I'm going to hook him up since he's hooking me up.
That's nice.
I'm enjoying looking at this bag that I got from the thing that's not supposed to be named from Lug, the bulk order here, and I'm remembering the parts that I got. So
I can't. So you really literally brought all that stuff home, took out the orange spaceman, and just shoved everything else under the table, didn't you?
Nice.
Yes. I mean,
yes.
What did you expect?
I at least wanted to savor the orange spacemen and left them to the end.
Oh, you sorted all your parts out?
Everything was already sorted, so all I had to do was just put them in their bins.
You cannot wait till no, I'm sorry.
You cannot work here anymore. Yeah.
I don't see how that's aberrant behavior. Come on.
But yeah, I waited until I had everything put away, and then I took all my orange spacemen, took them all to pieces, and sat in front of the TV with the wife watching Farscape and started putting orange spacemen together.
I tell you what, man, you were taking a bullet watching Farscape with your wife. I'm just saying.
I don't know what you're talking about. No, that's like one of my favorite shows ever. Now, granted, it's been a while since I watched it because we normally like every 3 or 4 years we'll do a binge through the whole thing, and I am remembering now that lots of season 1 was a little wonky, but I still love it.
How many seasons were there?
I think there were 5, and then a little mini series to finish it off, and then there was also a comic book series that happened after it that continued the story because the show got canceled.
So you guys have seen this before?
Oh yeah. Oh no, we've both watched it, but I was sitting in my office working on some stuff, and then all of a sudden I heard the music, and I was like, "What are you doing?" Like, you can't watch that without me. That's our thing. So
you and I just had a conversation about like, hey, you should watch The Boys, and now you're watching a show you've already watched many times.
Well, and there is some method to the madness, believe it or not, because we've both seen it, we can get up and walk away. We don't have to focus on it completely. But But The Boys is definitely on the must-watch soon. So we won't probably be able to sit there and burn through the whole thing. We'll have to probably take some pauses along the way. Ooh, those are nice stickers.
I know, right? I got these.
Oh, hang on.
Check these out.
Yeah, sure.
I just found these.
Jimmy.
This is
International Space Station?
ISS.
Space.
I think they're replicas of mission patches, a lot of them.
That says McLean. Is that like the McLean Deluxe? The sandwich?
McLean
McDonald's?
is a Canadian astronaut, I think.
Or McLean.
Another ISS one. I really like this one with the Russian on it.
That's cool.
That is cool. McLean Stevenson, he was in MASH.
So where did you get such cool stickers from?
I don't even remember. I got them from work. I think we had some promotional stuff kicking around with these. I'm gonna have to jet, guys. I just stopped in because I miss y'all, and I'm going to pick up tonight a stool for my Lego table, like a.
I was waiting for the giggle.
Did you get a sample? Did you get a sample first? I mean,
wow, nice. I have no appropriate response to that.
There isn't one.
We have Rich's best side here. That's good. There we go. You spackle that wall.
Spackle it hard.
Spackle it good.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
See you, man. See you, my
Bye.
friend.
I just thought I'd offer some background activity.
Thank you very much. My viewership went down from 15 to 11, so thank you for that.
Now it's down to 3. Down to 3 now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well,
Whether potty humor makes people go away or encourages them to come back.
No, I think it was because Nathan was leaving. That was it.
Could
But,
be.
hey.
Could be.
It's always possible.
So
And one of those people is me.
Hey, Dana, you know that you spotted me and got me the visors, right?
Yeah.
So I had an order after that I knew I was getting a few.
So you ordered
I didn't
some
split it. So I've got 10 more here, I believe, or 12. And that's the order then that they doubled because they lost one.
Now you have even more.
So I'm swimming in them now. So
Now the question is, do you have enough helmets that fit those visors?
no,
I didn't
probably
think
not.
so. I had a feeling that was going to. Oh, so I'm going to give you a teaser. So this is going to be completely. Well, actually, Meredith is on, so maybe it'll entice her a little bit. But I did promise that the year in 2020 mock was going to be 1,000-piece set
Oh yeah.
for the prize, and I will say that there will be pieces in that set that those helmets would be on. Just saying.
Oh.
So think of a 1,000-piece set that comes with those helmets.
Oh, I gotcha. Mayor of Millbrick, how are you? Welcome. Yes, we are in a Georgia lug. My son wants to guess. What is it? What's the set?
It is the Temple of Madness.
Temple of Madness, he says.
Oh no, wrong theme there, young
Wrong theme.
Padawan.
I would say it was one of the big rockets from the.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
thing.
that's why your dad is the master.
That's right. Yes, Mayor of Millbrick. We are in a lug in Georgia. We are currently called Dixie Lug, but we are renaming ourselves to Peach Lug.
Yep.
And hey, Hoosier, good to have you here. So you want to tell Mayor of Millbrick, how to do that? And by the way, Mayor of Millbrick, you won the first contest I had when I hit 100 subscribers. So if you can send me a message via Instagram or whatever, and give me your address, and I need to send you a mech that you won. So I don't know if you got the message or not, but I'd love to send that to you and everything. So tell him how to join a lug.
Well, a lug in general or Dixie Lug, I'll give you both versions of the story. So
Yes.
if you're in Georgia and you want to become a member of Dixie Lug, you can look us up on Facebook For Dixie Lug, there's a private group that you can ask to join. You can also find us on the World Wide Web. Yes, I just did say that, and I sound like I'm getting closer to 50.
Hey.
We are dixielug.club. You can find us on there, and that'll link you to our other stuff. And as far as lugs in general, there is you can look up online. There's LAN, LAN. So Lego Ambassador Network is the abbreviation. So lan.lego.com, and then there is a search function that you can find a lug that's near you. It also gives you the option that if you want to apply to create your own lug, because I know I've talked to different people and they're like, oh, I want to join the lug, do this, and I looked and it's like a 4-hour drive to get to the closest lug. I'm like, maybe you need to start your own lug. And people are really intimidated first thinking, well, it sounds like a lot of work. I don't know if I want to do it. It's a little work. I'm not going to lie. And Mark has done more probably grassroots building of a lug than I could ever imagine to do. But I got to say that joining a lug or starting a lug or creating a lug or getting into it is probably one of the best things that an AFOL can do, because it brings you to, with like-minded people. Even if you don't like the same themes, you still have a love for the brick. You still have, a desire, the same desires to show things, to build things, bounce ideas off each other. It is probably the best social thing you can do in person prior to COVID-19 that an AFOL could do, short of going to a convention, because a convention is going to be once a year. You might have to spend money and travel to get to a convention. But with a lug, you get together once a month or once every other month, and you get to show off what you're building, maybe do a group display, do something. I could go on and on and on for hours talking about the benefits of joining a lug and doing something like that. Think you would fit in with all those bearded guys. I really think most lugs now have bearded guys. It's become a very COVID thing that you don't have to go into an office, grow facial hair.
That's right. So, Mayor Millbrook, you said you already done that. So, what have you already done, or whatever? Are you located in here in the southern part of the United States, or where are you? I mean, we would love to have you in our lug, so for sure.
Absolutely, more the merrier.
He already commented he's in Midland near Columbus.
Oh, Columbus, Georgia. Okay, I must have missed that. Yeah, he. I know a couple of guys down that way, and I'm not sure how long it takes you to get from Columbus to Noonan, Georgia, but the southern branch of our club meets down there sometimes. And then there's that store down there, Atlanta Brick Company. And so you could meet us. Now on the 24th of this month, which is a Saturday,
Yep.
A few of us are meeting down at the Atlanta Brick Company, along with some guys from Florida and a couple of guys from Alabama. We're going to meet sometime that day around lunch, sometime after lunch. So on the 24th, if you can make your way to Atlanta Brick Company in Noonan, you can come meet some of us. We'd love to say hey to you. Yeah, so you're closer to that than I am, being 60 minutes away. So come on up, man. In fact, I know a guy that lives down in Columbus. I'll look him up. He's a Lego fan that way, and maybe I can get him to come up as well. So, so come up on the 24th, man. That'd be great. We'd love to meet you. That'd be cool.
Speaking of not going into the office, today is my first day of not being employed, specifically on a weekday.
You say that you describe this every time as some cryptic way of saying
I got fired.
Yeah.
Well, laid off.
Or
I'm getting a severance package. They're still going to pay me for 11 weeks.
Forcibly retired sounds cooler.
Retired. I'm retired. I'm not going back to work. I don't care what they say. You can't make me.
You're not my supervisor.
That's right. You can't withhold a bonus from me that you're never going to give me anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to be fired or retired?
I'd be retired. Good. We got all this stuff done today. We got, if you check my Instagram, you can see how I got all the smaller stacks against the wall that was in front of me that it was pulling parts out of nowhere from previous episodes into the storage facility. So that's all gone. What's left is the small parts, and they'll be gone probably by tomorrow, maybe day after. Definitely before Thursday.
So is all the Lego going into a special storage unit?
It's climate controlled. We make sure we got that.
I'm assuming some of your furniture stuff is going in a different storage, or is it just?
No, we're going to sell almost everything in the estate sale and buy new stuff when we get a place so that it fits.
So only Lego is going into storage.
Well, there's a couple of things. Lego, yes. Some other non-Lego cherished possession, collectibles, and a Kurzweil electric organ piano. So a few times we actually did this, like the storage war thing, and we bought a moving container. You know, like where they clip the sides together out of plywood. We bought one of those for $25, and inside of it, it had a solid wood corner thing that was sold for $500. It had this Kurzweil piano organ in it that Linda's taken lessons to play, and my grandchildren like to come and play it every time they come over. And just a few other things, but 90% of it is, yes, in fact, the Lego and books and maybe some CDs and knickknacks, things that we like.
So theoretically, you can probably figure out the square footage of all the Lego you own.
Yes, we did that prior to hiring the storage facility.
So roughly how much in square footage, how much Lego do you own?
Give us the number.
We rented a 30 by 10 storage facility, and I would say it's at least a third full, and that's from floor to ceiling.
And that's just the small part bins.
No, that's the outside stuff too.
Okay.
So roughly a third of it is filled with Lego.
So far.
There's it's gonna round out that third.
So maybe. That's at least a 10 by. So that's at least a 10 by 10.
Yeah.
How solid ceiling? Probably.
Yeah, it's a 8-9 foot ceiling. I have to get on a stool to actually touch the grating at the top. So
I think we're saying it's a 10 by 10 by 10. You got 10 cube feet of Lego, give or take.
Yes, give or take.
Oh
well, and I haven't moved my buildings yet. The buildings will go in there too.
Well,
so there's that.
Yeah,
and
space. That's
hold on
for sure.
a second here.
Oh, Rich Dad Cam. Wait, is that Morticia Adams' chair right there?
Hey, yeah. My wife got that from a friend, a porter chair. She still wants to restore it. That's going to go in the facility too. That's going to go in the storage unit.
Does she sit in it with a kitty and rub it slowly as she talks to you with a?
She will. That is her plan. But all these buildings will go into the storage facility too. So that kind of rounds out the third. And there's, a few more things up on the shelf.
Good Lord.
I've got some cool Dacta stuff up there that's still sealed. That yellow container. Let me see if I can get you a look up there, whatever that is. Can you see that?
A little bit.
Okay. I want to see it. Yeah, still sealed. A 9610.
Oh, wow.
Plus,
I always wanted the space Dacta that came and had figures that Dana would like because they had red torsos and green legs and weird things like that.
Well, those are ugly. I'm not going to say I like it.
Oh, and the 19-story office building.
Oh yeah, well,
that's got to go too. A few more things Lego. Plus the packed closet in the Lego small parts room and all this stuff.
Another room full of Lego? Oh no.
No, that's just the hallway with some lovely advertising type stuff.
So all this spackling you're doing, are you actually going to repaint those the same colors, or are you going to paint it all a different color?
It's all going to be white to show.
How many layers of white are you going to have to put on that red wall?
You know what? It's not my problem. I don't like to paint, and I'm not volunteering, but I am spackling.
Well, so who's going to paint it?
I recommended that we hire somebody that had professional stuff, but hey, my wife might want to. She likes to paint.
Yeah, you're going to have to get 6 gallons of primer on those babies before you can get.
Well, here's the thing: the guy, we're the second owners of this house, and the guy who bought it never put a drop of paint on it after he bought it. So we actually, when we painted it, it just like sucked straight into the wall. Everything.
Mm.
And this is like a semi-gloss. So I think that, maybe 1 good coat, maybe 2 of a flat will do it.
4.
It will take 4. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, 4.
Yeah,
4.
it
is. It'll be whatever it is.
Yeah, my master bath was a dark hunter green, and it took like 3 coats of primer and then 2 coats of primer plus paint on top of it to finally get it to go away.
Well, the dark blue and the green maybe so. Maybe even the red a couple coats. But the yellow's going to get cleaned over real good.
Yeah.
And, when she did the ceiling, it was the same thing. It was like sucked right in. We're going to try and get the whole house painted white so that, it shows well.
Okay, just my advice: if you got semi-gloss, you need to hit it with some kills first to give it something to paint onto. That's just from our experience. So
yeah, maybe.
Because we painted some murals and stuff in my son's room before we moved, and it took a couple coats of kills and then a couple coats of paint to get that covered over. So, but we painted with semi-gloss, so you needed to have something for that paint to stick to. So
yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. What does that look like?
What?
What kind of paint does that look like?
That's semi-gloss.
That's semi-gloss. It's either eggshell or semi-gloss. So
yeah.
Adrian in the room. How you doing, Adrian? Yeah, he says you gotta primer those bright colors. So, and a man who wears a hat like that, which is a very fine hat.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to listen to Adrian, but you know what? I'm trying to put it in the hands of professionals, so I don't have to worry about it.
Brick Studio says he's resorting all of his Legos to color and type of piece. So
it is the way to go.
Well, welcome to the club. That's all I got to say.
I have to say I am only sorted by piece type. The only parts I have sorted by piece type and color are cheese slopes right here. So, and which is nice. Except when I'm sorting, and then that's more drawers to open and put parts in, and that's kind of a pain in the rear. So,
well, and I know there's like some. I know I've seen it out there, and I think it started on Reddit or some other board, probably PlasticSpace.com or something like that, about the 32 different stages of sorting that you go through as an AFOL. So I think that puts you at like stage 9, and the rest of us are at like stage 23 or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I saw Boone from Boone's Builds posted in AFOLs on Facebook. He says every Lego fan, what did he say? Every Lego fan has parts sorted by color. Or no, it says has parts sorted by parts, has parts sorted in Ziploc bags, and has a bag full of Ziploc bags in their collection or something like that.
That is a valid point.
It totally is. It's right down there. I got the bag, and I keep those Ziploc bags.
Yep.
So there you go. Parts sorted by part, and then parts sorted by color. So that's a classic example right there.
Yep. I've come to the realization that the way I differentiate between what gets sorted by part versus what gets sorted by color and then part is the colors that I build with most.
It's all about quantity.
Yeah.
It's all about quantity, baby.
Because if I've got, 1,000 1x1 plates, and the majority of them are blue and green and black, or not blue and orange and black and dark gray and light gray, those got to come out. But maybe all the rest of them could go into one place, as opposed to certain by color. But
well, I think the point was valid, and I don't do it. But when there's a new color Lego releases, and you only have a few of those parts, then leave those by color. And I can see that, and I kind of wish I did. Although that coral whatever color shines like new money in every drawer I put it in, so that's not a problem to find, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, so by the way, Fazoom Jr. is in the room. He is, of course, Fortniting over there in front of the TV. So
I wanted to play it with a friend, but he got off.
he was going to play with his buddy and make a bunch of noise and make y'all laugh at him. He had a whole big plan of how this thing was going to go. Then his friend dropped on him, so he's been over there just being quiet. So
that was some very quiet video gaming, because when my son plays games, it's this constant and stuff,
Okay, I am
realistically, Paul in general, though,
more or less. But the volume is higher when it's video gaming. So
speaking of Lego children, I know we enjoy this topic. So we were sorting that which we don't talk about over the weekend, and Saturday I had to do a lot of running and doing a lot of other ambassador type duties. So I was all over the place, multiple Lego stores, doing all.
You said duty.
But on Sunday we had to finish up the sorting, and one of our members brought his daughter with him, and we always have K-foals and T-foals with us. We're a very family-oriented lug in general, but we don't discriminate against those who don't have children. But there was a new child that had not been really coming to groups before, because she's now reached the age where she can show up. And most of our K-foals and T-foals are very quiet around adults. I mean, we've seen teal wheels with pink wheels on our chats. And, if we're lucky if we can get that little girl to say 2 words.
Yeah. By the way, this is the number of words total I've heard her say. I'm just saying.
Yes. in your entire existence of knowing the child. Yeah. So,
all the love.
Yeah. And Jake was always very calm. He's a quiet kid. Paul, he chatted a little bit. We love Paul. Paul's definitely got. I love when he sits and describes his sets that he's built or the mocks that he's created, because he's got it all planned out. There's a reason for everything.
Paul was endowed with the gift of gab.
He is. But that's
a good thing.
This little girl showed up. I don't think she stopped talking the entire time. I mean, she was just nonstop chatter. And they were playing hide and seek, and even when she was hiding, you could still hear her. And so we're getting down to the wire. We've got everything sorted. Everything's getting ready done. We are finishing up the day, and so my brain is still trying to figure out the logistics of who's taking whose stuff to pass it off and do this, and a bunch of other mental gymnastics at the same time. And all of a sudden, everybody's quiet, and all of a sudden, except for this little girl going, she's blowing into a straw, and it's just this. It's not nails on a chalkboard, but very close, and it's just continually going. And I just look over, and I'm like, "Stop!" And that little girl just stopped. And I said, "Thank you." And then I continued on doing whatever I was saying, and I think after that point in time, I didn't hear her say anything again.
It's always a shock when a non-parent says something.
I think that's what it was, because I even heard her dad say after I said it, something. He said something to her, and I think that would pretty much it ended it. But I didn't think about it until I was driving home, because I definitely was in the I'm annoyed, small child, stop. And then I thought about it later. I'm like, I might have been a little over, I might have been out of bounds. I should have maybe said something to his dad, say, "Can you say something?" But I was just like, "Stop."
Yeah,
and then when it's okay, you're like, I could have done this 6 hours ago, and we would have been better off.
Yeah. Well, she'd finally scratch that nerve ending that just. I was like, that's it.
Yeah, the kids will. When the parent says something, they'll just keep going because they're used to the parent. But if a stranger says something, and they're like, it kind of shocks the.
And it was really funny because nobody was talking except for her making that noise. So it was very obvious when I said stop, and then it became completely quiet.
Yeah, crushing children's dreams.
Crushing the dreams.
Since 1975. I saw where, Richard, I don't know if you saw it, where Adrian is talking about they are moving as well. So he feels your pain of painting and repainting rooms. And
I did, and I asked him how far away. Oh, sorry about that. And I didn't quite see an answer to that.
Well, here are the words that have been uttered in my house. Here it is. You ready? What do you think about remodeling the kitchen? That has been uttered in my house. And
that's happening too. Do you want to see the IKEA boxes in my parking spot?
And I'm probably okay.
That sounds like some honeydew to me.
Yeah. Oh no, we're having IKEA do it. They're going to install it.
I was talking to Chris.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely honeydew for you.
There's no DIY going on in that. Well, I don't think the appliances we got when we bought the house were the same ones that were in here when we looked at it. I swear that fridge filled that box. And anyway, so when we do it, that's a good thing. I'm going to get a fridge down here in the Lego room. Woo! And stuff like that. So we're just thinking about it. We definitely need to put new floor in. So
there's going to be new floor. There's going to be a new kitchen that we're not going to get to enjoy because that was the dream if I was going to stay for a little bit longer working.
That's pretty shiny. What's going on with that, Dan?
So it doesn't come through, and even probably on the bigger, you probably can't tell. Yeah, it doesn't come out. Oh wait. You see how it's a little darker on the very, very bottom?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
You can see how there's a little bit of, it looks like it's discolored or something's a little shinier than others.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of this has been through the washing machine on gentle cycle with some detergent, which is what I do with most of my stuff when I get it, just to give it a good clean feel to it. But the black pieces, you can still see this slight layer of grime that just hasn't come off.
Residue. The word you're searching for is residue.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to take a little soft toothbrush to these guys to clean them up the rest of the way.
Sometimes that's what you got to do, man.
Which, unfortunately, there's a lot of black plates in these M-Tron sets.
Sometimes that's what you got to do.
Yeah. Oh, but one other thing that was kind of cool that came in this. So the Blacktron sets all have the cool little mailboxes with the awesome printed on there.
Yeah.
So in these M-Tron sets back in the time, they all came with the studs connected by the little thing. So in each one of the little boxes, I've got 4 of the connector pieces.
Yeah, well, that was what we did before they made crystal pieces. Those were the crystals we searched for on the moon, and we put them in the thing. I loved it. So
I felt like that was a nice little pleasant surprise when I went taking everything apart.
That's pretty awesome. I don't know if I got a bin or a plastic space stuff or whatever, but there was a mailbox in it. And when I got it out and I opened up, a red helmet was in there, right? So, the kid was playing and he had his guy in a thing and he took the guy's helmet off and shut it in there. 30 years later, I'm pulling that helmet back out, which is kind of cool, right? But anyway, that was pretty sweet because, I remember doing that. You put the helmets in there and if you had, I had 2 minifig wigs back in those days. So you'd put them on the dude when he could take his helmet off, right? And
someplace put the helmet.
What makes you think it was 30 years ago? Why not last week?
Well, these were old and very dusty when I got them. So.
Oh, okay.
30 years
Maybe 2 months before.
Good estimate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
And as Gil/Greg would say, it got good playability.
That's right. That's right. Well, anyway, all right, guys, we've hit about an hour. I think we will wander down here tonight. Make sure if you're around, we'll have Messy Monday on. I mean, we'll have live on Thursday. I'm too tired. It's not even funny. Live next Thursday. Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry. Just a quick plug. Hey, Lego, if you're looking for somebody to hire, I'm available.
I am absolutely sure they are not watching this show. So
Yeah, I'm absolutely sure they're not either. But hey, just in case, I am affordable now because you don't have to match my previous salary, and I can work from home.
actually, they may be calling you to borrow some things because you may have more than they do.
Maybe, who knows?
But anyway,
and I'm also selling my Mustang. So if anybody's interested in 2002 Mustang GT V8, good condition, just had it all looked at. I'll even transfer the title over to you with the registration of Lego Man.
Ooh.
If you're in Virginia.
you know, I always take the words of a man holding a putty knife full of spackle seriously. So I heard every word you just said because, you know, you had my attention with the spackle.
The spackle. So if you live in Virginia and you want a Mustang and you want to have Lego Man as your license plate, I got a car for you.
Richard got it taken care of.
All right. Well, anyway, we come back on Thursday, 7:30. Or I'm sorry, 7 Eastern. We'll have Messy. We'll have live Thursday night live.
1 week of vacation and you forgot how to do the show.
Toast, man. I haven't had shrimp in like 4 days, so I'm like really out of sync, right? I need my
withdrawal.
That's right, going through withdrawal. But we would love to have y'all here. Good morning from Korea. Hello, Brick Songs. How are you? Welcome to the chat. Doc, welcome to the chat. Mr. Barry, I don't know if I mentioned you or not, but I'm glad to have you here. Brick Sloth also here as well. And by the way, Mary Millbrick, I put okay, you sent me an email. Good. I'll get to that in a little bit and give you some information about that's all that separates Rich from the Lego company, 6 degrees of separation. That's right. Or 6 studs of separation, maybe.
6 studs of separation. That's it. It's always 6 studs.
Hey, and there's Micah. Micah, how are you? But yeah, I'm having shrimp withdrawal, so I can't get all my words out. But thank y'all for being here tonight. Thank y'all for joining us in the chat. We appreciate y'all joining us. Come back Thursday for Thursday night live. We'll chat about a topic, which I don't know what it is, but we'll come up with it during the week. We may just chat about I'd like to chat about the benefit of lugs again, because since we got lug bulk in and brag about what we have. just a whole hour of marching the orange guys back and forth across the screen, right?
Maybe I need to get a hold of Adam Ant and have him do a quick GIF of
animation
walking Lego Orange Spaceman. Maybe that's what I should do between now and Thursday, because I don't have enough projects going on.
You know what I actually need to do is I need to get the pink and the orange together with a green spaceman and do something like the Dixie Peach Slug logo.
Yep.
That would be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
So maybe I'll watch that. So join us again on Thursday. We'd love to have you drop by, bring a friend, like and subscribe and all that stuff. And we'd love to have you back. But thank you for joining us tonight and our nerdness. And thank you, Mark. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Rich. Rich, when are you actually officially done? Just by the way.
I'm done. I'm done now. Today's my first day that I don't have to fill out a time card.
No. I'm talking about the house. When are you done with the house?
Oh, the house. The house. This is the timeline we'd like to see, but it could, move to the right. Finished everything mid-December. Put the house up for sale December 31st, January 1st. But, things could slide to the right slightly. We may not get the kitchen done or both floors of the house, new flooring or anything like that. Bathrooms could take a little longer. Who knows? Thank
Well,
you.
let's just hope you don't have too long in the bathroom. Thank you, everybody. Good night.